Welcome back to the final game of this best of 7 series between Guiliug and Swish. This has been a quick search show match. Both players blind picking into each game, so you don't really know what your opponent's going to pick. It's just completely random, as if you were playing quick search. The map rolled is also random, taken from the standard map pool, and we've landed ourselves onto Hungarian plains. It's another Portuguese versus Russian game, but this time Guiliug is playing as the Portuguese, spawning down to the southern side in the colour blue. Swish taking the Russians, spawning in the northwest in the colour red. And earlier in the series, we did see Swish comfortably beat Guiliug's Russia with Portuguese, with like a Halb, organ gun, fast fortress, defensive playstyle. Whereas this game, I don't think Guiliug is a Halb organ gun enjoyer. Then again though, I don't think I've ever seen Swish play a game of Russia in my life. I'm not even joking by that. I don't believe Swish really knows what he's going to be doing with the Russians. I am waiting to be surprised. And Guiliug here going for Furia opening instead of Fatoria, Seven Sheep or Eco Theory. I think this is actually low-key very good, actually, Furia opening. Not many people play it. It's going to be 15% on the hunt and a bit of yield as well from the animals. Very nice, especially the Portuguese kind of prolong some of that hunt. Vitoria's is immediate 1.5 vils. And to be fair, 15% on 10 vils, that's also 1.5 vils, but purely food as well. This is going to be pretty good. Yeah, map is a bit iffy here for both players. Having said that though, there's a back hunt of Vicent or Bisons, let's call it. Let's just call it Bisons. You know what? We can pretend this is America and not Europe. Bison's left and Bison's right as well. There's a decent amount of resources, and this is a type of map where I think ports will be somewhat fine, dropping town centres defensively close together in a chain. There's no hunt whatsoever in the middle of the map. Might be awkward for Russia to try and secure basically nothingness. I have seen Swish play against some other civs, like into Aztec with the Portuguese and sending a second Portuguese town centre, even to locations like this near his opponent's second point mine, being super aggro and disruptive. But I don't see Guiliug being that type of player. He really is a sitting-based defense kind of boom Portuguese player. My favourite kind. Finds the 2 sheep treasure, gets those eaten straight away. You're going to age up 13 vil with the quartermaster for 400 wood. Ooh, question mark. Is he going to go 400 wood? This does deviate from normal Portuguese theory of either going for 2 vil, 2 cow, or 500 food to kind of get that FF in behind. But Guiliug must have a plan, and is he going to try and actually fight Russian units in H2 with like Hussar Musk? I think it's risky. I mean, I'm looking at his deck. He actually has double wood crates, double coin crates, crossbow musk, gunpowder attack, spice trade. He has all the cards he needs for a prolonged H2 engagement, but is this really like what he wants to try and do? And I think versus Russia, he's already seen how this matchup goes in this series already. So taking that knowledge, I would be absorbing that knowledge and saying, okay, we've rerun it, you won it last time, I'm going to win it this time, and I'm going to win the series as a result. But I'm going to go for slightly different play, and maybe this might work. He's dropped some spyglasses around. I think these are very poor uses of spyglasses. I mean, what are we scouting in H1 for our opponent? I'd rather spyglass that. We need to know that there's a mine here. You need to know that there's a mine there. You need to know actually where all your resources are. You need to know, is there a mine over here or something? And that's the kind of that spyglass would play. Spice trade card 1. Spice trade card 1 with a villager with no greatcoats forward of the town centre. Guiliug must be super careful because that bill could go down very quickly to a 5 musk, 5 cots. Oh, and Swish has got to respond with 23 strelets as well. I think Swish is like, yeah, bro, I don't know how to play Russia. I'm just going to copy what you do. 23 Strelets, 3 Vils, steel traps coming in behind. Very defensive. I don't think, to be fair, I don't think Guiliug sees this Vil because it's behind a tree. Yep, that Vil is likely to go down. Oh my god, he sees it! Why am I acting so surprised whether he's seen a Vil or not? Oh, but the Vils are nowhere near the town centre. Where are they? Couple get out on the left hand side. Yeah, not even 10 Vils in the TC. 7 plus 4. Okay, yeah, they're getting there now. Hussar being trained 2 in queue. Coin coming in behind. He needs to gather some of that coin for another Huss if he can. Maybe Minutemen. 600 coin being called. 2 Huss do come out. Villager taking damage. At least it's protecting the Hussars a little bit. TC fire. And the 2 Huss are going to get some good value here. Incredible how little damage these strats actually do versus cavalry. But they just start to come out to play. Happy that the Hussars will clean the remaining units. 1 Vil did go down though. We still have 2 TC production, and we certainly lost more villagers in lost production time than actually villagers getting killed. But soon it might be time for greatcoats. We do have. You can see the plan here. Super buff your villager food income. 1.39 food per second. Sending 700 wood, 600 wood. No, 700 coin, 600 coin for your economy. There's a Vil over here. Guiliug. Oh, he hasn't seen us. What the hell? Oh, that's. Guiliug, man, that is dodgy. That's dodgy. It's not that bad. Map packs being called. It's definitely not map packs. Definitely not. I think it was 50-50 was going to raid left or right, and he chose left, and the Vil was basically begging to get killed there. That should be on Swish Huts for a house, for line of sight or something, just to kind of block this avenue raid opportunity. Must go back in for another raid, for another assault. 2 TC defense with Hussars coming out. Swish ain't going to win this fight, and Minutemen will clean this up very quickly. Very nice. But, you know, only 1 Hussar going down there. Yeah. The problem is with Russia, you can't just give away units like that for free. You have to ensure you walk in with a huge amount of army. Vil raids at the top. Cossacks being sent home to deal with the Hussars. Hussars do get killed. Villagers on the left hand side. No greatcoats just yet for Russia. And, no greatcoats yet for Ports as well. Both these players absolutely hate their greatcoats. I'm absolutely disgusted by their behaviour. Hussar trade mid-map, and although Cossacks win in the end, I wouldn't be too upset if I was Guiliug from that. You're buying time, you're reducing the amount of Cossacks, and the more infantry there is, the more vulnerability they have to CM. But Guiliug is quite happily. Oh, he's just sold some res, but it's okay. They've got enough resources to age up fast, please. Prince, you have a TC, can still train Vils, by the way. You have a TC, can still train Vils. I know you're not. He's playing with a 2 TC Civ. He's forgotten that you can train Vils with a second town centre. Easily done. He's also forget you can research greatcoats in the market too. Oh, I'm so toxic. Why am I so toxic? 2 cards though here from Guiliug stockpiled. That's really nice. There's no forts though, but I assume card number 1 is going to be. I'll go card number 1 going to be Halberdiers. Then, well, he's got no racks to train Castors. Okay, give me Castors then. If he had a racks, I'll be training Castors, sending in Halbs. He also gets into the TC. Swish going to come in for a decent push behind. A lot of 1 HP Minutemen. And Swish going to look for a bit of a push. He's going to try the trample tactic. He abandons it because he needs to get close in. And yeah, sometimes it's just better to not. Swish is looking. He's looking for the TC, but he will find the Vils. If he keeps going, he will find Vils. Oh, he's not looking for Vils. He's looking for the Hussar play. And Rush is just bleeding out at the moment. 1k wood being cancelled. Bit of lag there, but the Hussar snared. Strel doing range damage behind. Swish isn't that far behind in score, to be honest. I don't rate his position. You can keep chasing, you find his Vils, but it's soon going to be Dragoons out in the field as well. 5 Dragoons being sent. More Musk reinforcement from the top. Get the snare in as well on the Hussars. That's not too bad. Guiliug. Well, Guiliug's town centre has survived and has gone to the east. Swish your guts. He hasn't seen the Bison, but I think he feels that there's villagers over here. He has to get pulled back to deal with the Dragoons. Okay, he's going to bound and run the Cossacks the other way. Will he see the Vils? Doesn't see the Vils because the Vils are running. Oh, they've run on the inside. That's actually quite good tactical play there by Guiliug. Scores are close, and Swish your Guts is on 34 villagers. He's never not stopped training Vils, which is good to see. A couple of Polichniks come out. Have they got like a wizard hat on? They need to magic up some abilities because at the moment they are so terrible in combat. Absolutely woeful. I remember when they got their new skin and like their resources changed from 38 food, 53 coin to 53 food, 38 coin. I was like, whoa, that's so broken. They've just broken Age of Empires 3 theory. How could they? And then they realised they're still shit. They're still terrible. They only do 4 more attack in melee versus cavalry than a musketeer. It's just so god painfully poor. The Swish moving in at the moment, and a lot of units here. Vil goes down, another Vil goes down, another Vil goes down, another Vil goes down. Where's the Grey Coast, man? Come on! Are you trying to make me swear on stream? You are this close to making me cuss. For God's sake. It's so painful to watch players not have great... It costs like 100 food. Maybe less. I keep on forgetting. 75. This Gangsaw keeps costing 100. I swear at one point Gangsaw was 80 food. Oh. This is painful because Russia's on 31 Vils. Should be booming away in 3 TC, but Swish got some 40 villagers. Spamming shit left, right and centre. The Brats have been thrown down behind base, but oh, the Cossacks, it was the Cossacks dive in. He needs encouragement to go behind the base. As soon as he goes behind these TCs, Guiliug's in massive trouble. Oh, Swish has got just researched place mine. It's quite interesting to see. Oh, and the castle doors are being exposed to the Cossacks. And was it infantry combat just then there for Swish your Guts? It was infantry combat. No Boyars in deck. Does have Spice Trade behind. And these guys are getting pretty strong, the Strelets and the recruits. The thing's going down. Another Vil goes down on the wood crates. And the Castador Goon Mix has been killed behind. No organ gun defense here from Guiliug. No how play as well. And Shrit's shown us how Russia just beats Port as well. Swish clapped Guiliug's Russians with the Portuguese earlier, so but this is interesting. Oh, there's so many villages. Doesn't even Swish know about his hunt? He knows about the hunt. He sees the hunt. He should be looking at the DK and realizing that there's Vils definitely on this hunt. But 4 Cossacks coming in with Cossack reinforcement and more must be trained. I love how Russia's on 43 Vils, and at this point the spam is endless. The TCs are firing. Guiliug would be tempted for something like Cologne Militia. He's trying to siege the stables and the barracks. Once the infrastructure goes down, and there should be no more units, but actually if he kills the villagers, then he kills the economy. It also works. This there's a lot of wood crates here, so I don't think infrastructure is going to work. Get rebuilt on the crates. Another Vil goes down there, unfortunately. Dragoons topside. Guilig's under the pressure. One Porichnik could be the hero that spots all these Vils out here. And they're having to run. The hunt is running out. The hunt is running out. Halberdiers get caught. But there's 12 Strells nearby, and they should be able to focus down. Barracks does go down the end. Cossack being pulled back to protect. Cassador do pop out. So Goon's getting caught by the Cossacks. They go down. Halbs go down. Cossacks and Cassador. If it wasn't over before, well, it probably is now. No production, no military being made from Guiliug. Enough for villagers with no greatcoats. That is about it, and the GG has been called. Guiliug taps out. Swishy Guts gets the final game in this best of 7 series, and we've learned anything this series is greatcoats works. It's a good technology. That's about it, really. Actually, and I gotta say, some wacky games there. Some great plays, some misplays, some a bit of mental stuff, and it was a fun one as well. Oh, thanks to the players for playing, and I think everyone in the chat here appreciates the players putting in the time playing a series under tournament setting rules for the enjoyment for us and for their practice. It's a good experience ahead of an upcoming ESOP tournament, which I'm sure both players will be interested in participating in. Also keeps me entertained. I love, my favourite thing to cast is show match tournament gameplay. It's so much more fun than random quick search games, which just don't really matter who win or lose. But this was a good series. 4-3 victory for Swisher Guts. Into this game, I don't want to do Guiliug dirty, but I have to do Guiliug dirty. That from Portuguese, it was so good early on. That first spice trade, double coin crate, getting the huss out and killing early Swisher Guts units. But then it just started to fall apart in Age 3, and the amount of Vils getting trained then lost was regrettable. Swisher Guts continuous villager production, very impressive there. Absolutely continuous. Won him the game there. Was able to constantly pump units, and then sending stuff like Cav into Dragoons. Ruskets into TC fire. Strats were getting some good value as well. Yeah, from there, yeah, you fucked up hard. I appreciate the honesty there, because I know I've seen better, but that was, even still though, it's a funny one. I have to apologise for Carbone. I did Carbone dirty. I posted the bonus content game of Carbone losing to might have been Swish actually. I can't remember who else was playing. It was a German Dutch on Wallachia, and just the game was over before it started because Carbone lost so many Vils. It was so funny. Anyway, GG's all round. Good series. I'll see you guys in the next show match, when the next show match we do takes place. I think Evolution is trying to piece together a Nations World show match. Basically, the one with the many different civs, like the Canadians, Australians, Zulus, all that kind of good stuff. We'll try to get some content for that together soon, so that's good. Right, guys, thanks for watching on Twitch. Thanks for watching on YouTube later on. I'll see you guys later. Sign off now. Peace.